Hi there, here's a quick review of my Nura headphones. First off, the magnetic latch here is really nice and strong. It just snaps into place. It's fantastic. So from a case standpoint, it's hit right out of the ballpark. The cable caddy here, it's also magnetized and just has a nice spot right here and it just falls into place. So you can put your connection cables in there. That's if you need connection cables. It does come with one USB cable for charging. These are Bluetooth headphones, so you don't really need any cables other than the USB cable for charging. They have an internal battery, and the battery life is fantastic. Moving on to the earpieces, they have this really nice soft silicone style rubber on them. I don't know exactly what the material is, but it's really comfortable and soft to the touch, but it does pick up dust and skin flakes and whatnots, earwax and things like that. You can see there's an inner ear portion to these headphones, which has a silicone style spring on the back end. It's very supple, it doesn't push hard. There's a lot of give, as you can see here. The software end of things is very easy to navigate, although you have to do the process properly. If you don't do it properly, what happens is you get a profile that's not properly matched and it's not going to sound good. So the first step is you got to make sure you have a good seal with that inner earbud portion inside your ear and then the outer portion covering. And this graphic here right now, the Nura software, the app, is helping you make sure of a good seal using a high frequency tone. Once it's got a good seal, it can proceed with the calibration, and it will do so automatically once you've got both check marks up here. It's worth taking the time here. If you don't do this step properly, you won't get a good profile, or you'll have a slightly different profile that's not quite optimized. So it's worth doing the extra effort. If it takes 5 minutes, it takes 5 minutes. Just do it. This portion here, it's running a very high-pitched sound. Unfortunately, I can't record the audio from the app. It's just ensuring the seal. If it wasn't sealed properly here before moving to the audio test, there would have been another information page saying the seal's not quite right. Do you want to proceed, or do you want to retry sealing it? And it would run that test again. So here you can see it's beginning to go through the different tones. All I hear in the headphones right now is just a repeating tone that's changing its frequency over time. This process takes about a minute or so. It is a little bit on the long side, but it does give us the opportunity now to talk about some of my thoughts on the hearing profiles in terms of what they mean. Basically, because it's a custom profile, these headphones are great for people who want to listen to music and enjoy listening to music, and in my opinion, these give as good a sound as you're going to get for the music, for the enjoyment of music. There's really no beating them at all. There's nothing else out there. Now, I haven't heard all the headphones out there, but I'll tell you right now, there's nothing that's going to sound as good to your personal ears as a personalized headphone. The limitations of the personalization, though, mean that you can't really use it for music production. You can't use it for video production. If you've got to listen in, like right now I'm making this video, I'm listening on my old Grado Labs headphones because the personalized sound would not sound the same as what's being broadcast. And everybody's profile is so different and sounds so different that one person's profile is not going to sound as good as somebody else's profile. And your own personal profile will sound best. And because of that, you can't use these to produce music or videos, anything with audio that is going out for mass consumption, because you're engineering it around your ears, not everybody else's ears. So it's much better to use different headphones for that. The other thing too is that the inner ear portion means that for people with sensitive ears, such as myself, there's going to be an adjustment period as you get to feel comfortable with them. And I've used these for gaming, and they're awesome for gaming. You really get a 3D sound effect and good bass, and you can listen to music. It's fantastic. Highly recommend for gaming, except if you have very sensitive ears, because after 2.5 hours or so, your ears can be quite sore. Now, mine are getting better. I listened to them for 3 hours last night, and at the end of the 3 hours, my ears were barely perceptibly sore, so that's a much improved over the past week. So they are getting better, and they probably won't hurt at all after another week or so. So for gaming, I'll put an asterisk there. It could be good for gaming because the sound is really quite stunning. If you like bass, you can choose to add more bass. Even with the bass settings maxed out on these headphones, though, you still have a clarity that is jaw-dropping. Also, with respect to gaming, you get with the 3D effect, you get a really nice idea for where things are happening around you. Very good for situational awareness. So here we go. There's a song that's included with the application that'll play once the personalization track is made. And when you're listening to the generic profile, it's a pretty flat profile. Other headphones will sound better than the generic profile, but when you switch it to personalized, these headphones come alive. The sound, it's hard to describe. Maybe some of the people who I've loaned these to or let try can chime in comments of this review. It's really stunning, the difference between regular headphones and these headphones. Here the immersion allows you to change the bass and the push from the outer portion of the headphones. So the over-ear cup has all the bass drivers, and really you can get stunning bass with clarity with these headphones. So here you can't hear it, but again, when I was recording this, I could hear it. I've got two profiles, my original profile, which is just the one that's Mark, and then I've got another one here where I did it in a noisy room with the kids, and it's very different, as you can see, and it sounds completely different. So being in a quiet place is essential for the calibration process to work properly. Once it's calibrated, then you can listen in any environment and you're going to get that nice sound. Big bonus too with the inner ear portion blocking out the outside sounds. It's almost like they're noise cancelling, but they're not quite. They're not really active noise cancelling, but they'll work just the same with respect to improving the audio quality. And if you look at the one I just did for this review, it very closely matches my original one. There's only slight differences. I did yawn during my original one, and I think that might have actually caused some slight changes. Both sound to my ears to be very, very close. There's almost no difference with them whatsoever. So to summarize, if you like music, if you're going to listen to music and want to hear all the nuances, all the little bits of detail that you don't hear with other headphones, get these. You're going to enjoy them so much. For gaming, I've been using them for gaming. After a few hours, it can be a little bit uncomfortable when they're brand new, but it's been getting a lot better for my ears. And the sound is incredible. The sound of your games, I've played 3 different games with it, and each one had amazing sound. So with 3D, left, right, it's just fantastic. I highly recommend it for gaming. Just be aware if you have sensitive ears, there may be a period of getting used to them. The other thing to note, again in summary, is don't buy these for monitoring produced content. These are not monitor headphones. These are for enjoyment of listening, not creation. These headphones are not cheap, but if mine were stolen from me tomorrow, I'd buy another set right away. They're really my first usage was very emotional. I've heard things I've just never heard before in my music. If you love music, buy these headphones.